the blood type O diet is a really good diet if you're trying to eliminate food sensitivities and try to get to the bottom of what foods really work well for you and what foods really don't work at all for you. The blood type O diet really emphasizes animal protein of high quality, organic, grass fed stuff, wild caught fish. Personally, I like red meat and I like seafood the best. I do eat chicken, but I rather have seafood or red meat. And believe it or not, the blood type O diet lists red meat and seafood as highly beneficial, but chicken as kind of like a neutral food, even though it's an animal protein. So I don't know if that's just a coincidence or that's an actual truth. All I'm saying is that that is what works for me. So the blood type O diet really did work great for me. I cut out dairy, I cut out eggs, I use a lot of olive oil. I cook with coconut oil, although coconut is listed as a food not to consume. I don't eat the actual coconut. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a problem with coconut oil at all. A lot of green leafy vegetables like kale, broccoli, spinach, anything green, dandelions, stuff like that. Beets are amazing. Dark colored fruits, plums, blueberries, figs, stuff along these lines. Purple and blues are apparently very good for blood type O's. I naturally gravitate towards these foods anyway. So I mean, like I said, I don't know if this is a coincidence or I mean, it's an actual truth. But I love blueberries. I love figs. Figs are my favorite, especially dried figs. The dried purple figs are amazing, awesome, awesome post workout food. Really, really, really good. Just a little snack to have. Nice dense source of calories for you. So that's really it. The blood type O diet is nothing fancy. You're cutting out dairy, you're cutting out eggs, you're eating really lean, organic, whole animal proteins, and you're not eating like crappy allergenic foods. You're not drinking milk. Obviously, you cut out dairy, and as far as like little snacks, like you're cutting out the majority of nuts, even though some of the foods in there are listed as highly beneficial, like pumpkin seeds and walnuts. I personally don't do good with any type of nut, tree nut whatsoever. I don't feel good. I don't feel optimal. I don't feel good in the gym when I eat them, so I just don't. But that may be a personal thing. So it really comes down to you kind of figuring out what works for you, what works in your life, what works, with what you have going on in your lifestyle. So you really need to experiment and just take mental note. Most people are not so sensitive to exactly how food makes them feel. I remember about 6-7 years ago when I first started kind of getting into paleo thing, that I wasn't very keen on what foods were making me feel like what. Like if I have some whey protein, was that making me feel sluggish and slow? Was that giving me brain fog? Was having egg whites and whole eggs making me inflamed? So these like little things you need to take note of, and it's a very it's a long-term process. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to kind of be sharp and keen to exactly the foods that you're eating, and maybe even make a diary. A diary would be a great idea, and it's hard to track down food sensitivities. It really is. I mean, you could have an allergenic food or a food sensitivity on one day, and then 3 days later still be suffering with symptoms from it. So it's a tough thing to crack, but it's something that I think is very, very worthwhile. So give the blood type O diet a shot. Let me know if you have given it a shot, especially if you're blood type A, B, or AB. Please leave a comment below and like this video and let me know exactly how it worked for you. If it didn't work for you, if it did, if you're not sure, if you want to give it a shot, I'd love to hear from you. All right, I'll talk to you soon.